we are happy to introduce the new normal virtual practical classes by our physics, chemistry, biology, computer science and science teachers for you. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.
Good morning, children. Hope all are being well and good. I welcome each and every one of you to the biology lab. Today I am going to demonstrate the isolation of DNA from plant resources. Aim to isolate DNA from available plant resources. Before going to demonstrate this practical, you should know about DNA. DNA is a polynucleotide chain. It's a double helix structure. This double helix template was first proposed by Watson and Crick in the year 1953. Later, there are two scientists, Wilkin and Franklin. They produced X-ray diffractions. Then the base pair rule was proposed by Chargaff, Erwin Chargaff. Let us discuss about DNA. DNA is a polynucleotide chain which possesses number of macromere. I mean, each macromere contains nucleotides. A single nucleotides contain nitrogenous base, bento sugar and phosphate group. The phosphate group and bento sugar as a skeleton of a DNA. The nucleotides are present in between the base pairs. Okay. Let us discuss the nitrogenous base. The two nitrogenous bases are purine and the pyrimidine. Purine has two nucleotides, adenine and guanine. Adenine, guanine. Pyrimidine contains cytosine and thiamine. So here adenine always paired with thiamine. Guanine always paired with the cytosine. Here adenine always paired with thiamine with the 2 hydrogen bond, whereas guanine always paired with cytosine with the 3 hydrogen bond. This theory was proposed by Chargaff, Erwin Chargaff. So this rule is called the Chargaff rule. Let us do the demo now. Let us observe. First we can take the materials needed for the experiments. We can take any plant resources like fruits, even guava, strawberry or banana. Then we can take flowers or fresh leaves also we can take. Even we can demonstrate the blood samples, bacteria and tissue also. We can isolate a DNA from the cell. Children, imagine how the cell is smaller, isn't it? From the cell, from the nucleus, we can isolate the DNA. That is our today's task. The materials required, fruits or spinach or any fresh leaves or flowers. Then we need any detergent, water, ethanol, then funnel, then beaker, we need a salt, then mortar and pestle. These are the materials required for this experiment of DNA extraction. Let us discuss the procedure. First we have to take a fruit. A piece we can take. Then we have to grind the fruit. or any resources. We can grind thoroughly. Simultaneously we can add salt, which is useful for plasmolysis process. You know well what is plasmolysis. The cell organelles and nucleus comes out from the cell membrane, and also we can use the detergent or any gel. Why we use this? Children, please recall. The plasma membrane, which consists of unit membrane, which was proposed by Singer and Nicholson, which has two layers. It's a bilipid layers, glycoprotein and phospholipids. So the cell membrane contains the lipids, so it start to break down. For the purpose only we can use these detergents. Then we can grind it thoroughly. Again you can add salt, smash it out thoroughly. See this procedure which is helpful for the process lysis, I mean plasmolysis, breakdown of the cell membrane. Then only the inner organelles comes out from the cell. At the time the plasma membrane will break down. That is why we can add this detergents. Then we can add water. Again smash it thoroughly. Then you have to transfer this liquid into the filter in the funnel. Wait for some times. So even you can take a spinach leaves also or any kind of fruit also. We can take the residue. So we can wait 2 more minutes. So the DNA isolation process includes 3 sub-processes. There are lysis, precipitation. The third one is isolation, I mean purification. So lysis means breakdown of the bilipid layer. Then the second one is called precipitation. When we transfer this solution into the beaker, then you have to add this ethanol gently at the wall of the beaker. Now see the precipitation, children. The residue settled down. Like that I can take one more solution. I extracted from the plant resources. Then I add this chilled ethanol. Very gently you have to add. See this, the third process isolation or purification of the DNA segments. We can take the spooling. To settle down, we can take this spooling. We call it as transposons or walking genes, which plays a very good role in analyzing the gene structure, the genome structure of the species or the organisms. See, they are called transposons, the white, see, the white material which comes out from the cell. Actually, it is DNA. So, after this process, we can take the spooling or walking genes. I said it is a genetic element. Then we can transfer into the agarose gel electrophoresis. You would have studied in theory part. We can transfer this transfusion into the agarose gel electrophoresis. We can purify the DNA segments. Under electric field, the DNA migrates towards the agarose gel electrophoresis. At the time, we can view the band clearly. Under the electric field, we can view the band which is illuminated orange in fluorescence. Then we can photograph. Then with the help of autoradiograph, we can view the bands. 99.9% the DNA is same in individual. Only 1% is vary from individual to individual. After gel electrophoresis, which is used for purification of DNA, we can view or trap in the nitrocellulase membrane the DNA which is trapped, then autoradiograph. So the DNA which is widely used in biological analysis, especially in the field of forensic science, fingerprinting. Yes, thank you children.